have point, reason, example, conclusion. Now, especially with part 2 questions where you have 1 minute to prepare and 2 minutes to speak, this method will be really useful. So, now let me take a look at this question again. So, describe an advertisement that you have been recently. You should say what the advertisement was about. So, what the advertisement was about would be you would start getting to your point. So, what was the advertisement about? That would be your point. So, the point there was the advertisement was about a new laptop for you. Okay. So, point is quick. Your reason, you want to give more, quite a lot. So your reason was, the reason why I saw this was because my laptop broke down. I was really in need of a new laptop. My work, I had to do a lot of work, and these laptops were going for a really good price. The example was maybe I saw this laptop for $39 or whatever the currency, $39, and it was a really good make for a really good price. So I've called them, and you don't have to say point, reason, example. You have to say it in your head. Then to conclude it, to finish, conclusion basically means you tie everything together. So at the end, I got the laptop, and I got it within 3 days of purchasing it online. I was really happy with it. I installed all my programs. It got all of my stuff back, and I was really happy with it. And I'm still using this laptop till today. Okay. So with that method, which is actually, this method is made and actually by the IELTS examiner. I know this because I've worked with an IELTS company, and they promote this way of answering questions. It's made by them. So with a point, a reason, an example, and a conclusion, we get our point across quickly. A short, doesn't have to be too long. Where you want to really talk for 2 minutes, you want to get your reason and your example. Maybe 35 seconds for your reason, 35 seconds for your example, and the rest you just finish your conclusion. Sometimes you can even make your reason very long and quickly a quick example and a quick conclusion. So with point, reason, example, conclusion, you can answer most of part 1, part 2, and part 3 questions. But I guess you can't really answer or use a point, reason, and example and a conclusion with short answers like, where are you from? Or what is your name? You can't use it for those. So with point, reason, this is really effective for these long questions, and it's really good for your part 2 questions. So your part 2 questions are these questions. These questions is where they give you time to prepare. Is when you start saying, you write point, reason, example, conclusion, and you say describe an advertisement that you have seen recently. You should say what the advertisement was about. So this is what they want from me. They want to know what the advertisement was about, where you saw it, how effective the ad was, and explain how you felt about it. So it looks like they almost put it in all the categories for you. What the advertisement was about, point, where you saw it, reason, how effective the ad was, point, reason, example, conclusion. Almost put it in that, but that's what they want from you. So here we go. Here's another question. They want to know, describe an advertising